Welcome back, folks. This is the start of Evan's junk tour video. We're just gonna see what we see here, and he's gonna point out whatever he wants to point out. We'll see what happens. See if anybody's interested.
A lot of projects all going on at the same time. House improvement stuff, but shop stuff. I love. Jake makes fun of me.
Nerd
I
out
love
for us
antiques. So like this is actually an old saw vise for sharpening like hand saws.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Air compressor that the tank has a hole in it, so I don't use it. I need to find a replacement. Thing like a 100-gallon propane or 100-pounder propane tank. It's my press. That thing is awesome to have. It's got all kinds of junk down in the bottom there for pushing it. And then I buy a lot of stuff at like estate sales and garage sales. Got that from a dead guy. Dutch. This was my grandfather's table saw. He and my uncle built the aluminum extension for it out at the machine shop.
That's cool.
Machine shop. And then this is just like in process. So there's a lot going on there.
Bro, you're trying to fix it.
Well, yeah. So this is I got this for free.
Oh my God.
And then it worked, and then it didn't work.
That's how free things go.
And then the fan blade exploded into a million pieces. So I was going to try and find a fan blade for it. And then
throw it away.
There's a chainsaw. That's an 031 chainsaw I got for free. All the parts are there. I just got to put that together.
That's fine. You can keep that.
And then
I like the old school $2.
Yeah, I'm a Kennedy guy, so you know.
That is far more organized than I expected, to be honest with you.
Well,
I'm impressed.
I keep the box relatively clean.
Nice.
It's the bench.
Oh, hey, Dutch.
That so, you know, a little bit of everything in here. This is more my like metrology stuff. Bunch of old school stuff there.
Oh wow. You really are a man born 30 years too late or whatever.
I got that freezer for like $50. They were gonna get rid of it. It works.
Couple good
rock auto.
Yeah.
That light. They were tearing down the Armor meatpacking plant in East St. Louis, and went there and got that out of the building. And I have pictures of me standing on the steam engines with 20-foot flywheels that the whole building had been torn down around them. It was pretty cool. And then I got that lathe actually from the last place I used to work.
Oh, that's cool.
And I tore the whole thing apart and cleaned it all up, rebuilt. It was nasty as all get out. I got a couple little things left to do. I got to put like some oil port pieces back in, like right here. And you can see there's some oil ports that go in and stuff like that. But
old school leather belt, baby.
Yeah, flat belt.
You love to see it.
Here's your speed change, and then you lock your headstock in and everything. And but nice thing is I can thread with this and everything. The feed screw.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I can do it all with that. And then this is just a whole bunch of storage and stuff. Yeah.
What do we got? What do we got in the lean-to over there? You don't get to hide anything from us. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
also, guys, there's a whole separate video on this tractor. We just got this today. That's why I'm here.
He used to use it for snow removal.
Yeah, so
he was constantly scraping asphalt driveways. So that's where all this wear went.
Yeah, I wonder if it just flexed it and bent that up and broke that. It's kind of thin for a bucket, honestly.
Well,
you might be able to find a new bucket relatively cheap.
Like I was saying, I'm considering putting on the quick attach, because you just pull these two pins.
Yep.
You put on the it's basically just a plate for the quick attach, and then you can put whatever quick attach.
Yep.
And I could probably sell this bucket.
Yeah.
And get a couple $100 or something out of it, and then
100 maybe.
I don't know. They're stupid expensive.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, check this out. Here's the bearing grease. There's another piece right here.
Yeah, we got it in here. That was the important part. Now it can be fixed.
So, I think it's just that front spindle though. Everything else is in great condition. I even have all the service manuals or the manuals, but all the service reports. I have the original receipt from when he bought it in 2003. That is a piece of wood.
I wonder why that's there. Interesting.
May have used it like
nice.
for opening the gate or like something.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Cool.
So
we just towed it in, so check out that video. I'll put it in a card wherever side. I always forget what side.
This is my 66 International Harvester Travel Wall. I need to cut these hideous things off, but it's got a 266 V8 in it. And it's the original. I think it's got somewhere just a little under 60,000 original miles. Needs some work, but
some work.
yeah, she's.
Do I dare open this?
Yeah, you can open it. The guy used to drive it through the Ohio River to go duck hunting out on an island.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains why there's no floorboard.
It used to have 38s on it.
Really?
It had groundhogs.
Wow.
Groundhog 38s. And I got it to where it could drive legally-ish in Indiana. The latches probably didn't get released all the way.
Okay. I didn't want to slam it.
And so I used to drive this in Indiana. And then this one right behind you, this is my 81 Volkswagen Rabbit.
I forgot you had this.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. And there's stuff also stored underneath. Like I got 2 lawn boy mowers right there and shelving units and scrap wood. This one though, I turbocharged. So the intake manifold and the turbo that's back there is off of a 1.9 liter diesel.
Oh, that's cool.
Out of a newer Volkswagen, like my daily driver.
Okay.
They both run. They just gotta have a battery put in them.
I'm gonna say this with all due respect. When I see this thing in the condition it's in, it doesn't scream. It runs perfectly fine to me. Also, there's with the items stacked on top.
Well, yeah,
of it,
that's
so I'm a little bit
items
impressed.
and stuff. This guy here, let's see. So the fuel tank, somebody built an auxiliary fuel tank later on, or a different fuel tank. Rusted all to heck. So right here is a little reservoir I made. This is all out of stainless steel sanitary tubing and pipe plugs and stuff. So
That's your only gas tank on it?
currently
Just
that's
enough
the
to
only one,
move it around?
one that's hooked up. Yeah, it's like
Gotcha.
enough to fill it up and move it around the yard.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. It's the...
And then back here,
Hi, Dougie.
I got. This one doesn't run. It does turn over by hand. You can turn
Hey,
it over.
we're making a video over here, guys. We're busy. Excuse us. He's humping. Okay. Anyway.
So got the tiller and a mower deck. This is like early 70s Cub Cadet. This one here actually, this is the one I currently use to mow with.
Okay.
So this one runs.
Shut up.
It's gear driven. But yeah, so all there. 10 horsepower, cast iron Kohler.
Nice.
It works
Kohlers are
pretty
good. Those old Kohlers are good motors.
Yeah, runs forever, sort of. I can show you one that doesn't. And then obviously the truck, and this is my baby. I got one plow for the Cub over there.
Hold on. Let's not. You know, a lot of people find these old inline 6 standard F-150s desirable. Let's give a quick story on this one too.
Dad bought this one new in '92. You know there's fluids in it because they all leak. So
The legendary straight 6,
yeah,
5-speed or 4-speed with overdrive, depending on who you ask.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
there's your
got
10W30 spare oil just sitting on the engine.
yeah. As you can see, it's promptly leaking
Yeah.
oil through the valve cover. I just haven't
can
ripped
smell
everything off yet, and you can smell the antifreeze. Yeah, that's dripping out of the hoses. So, but it just got a brand new battery this winter. So
Nice.
you know, Napa legend.
And for those wondering, if you know, I'm in upstate New York. This is a Tennessee truck. Otherwise, it would be in a junkyard right now.
Yeah.
So he's from Tennessee.
Not too bad on the rust. It's got a little rock.
bit here and there. Nothing unfixable and or unlivable. And this is the mower for the tractor. Okay, Dad, I'm coming back.
So then if we pop this guy open,
Ah, old school door. That's cool. You don't see those anymore.
yeah,
Oh, that's a cool
more
old-
projects in the works. Yeah, this guy here is 1980, I think 80, maybe 84. Yamaha and it's a 24-inch snowblower. I got this thing for $50.
Nice.
Had a blown head gasket and was still running, and I made a head gasket out of it, out of a sheet of copper.
Nice.
Dutch.
Do you use any like not anti-seize, but the head gasket sealer
No,
stuff?
no,
Nice.
just a sheet of copper, just enough to. I measured the old one. It was like I think 34 thou, something like that, and just found like some 32 thou or 35 thou copper.
No kidding.
Made it. And then
It's actually in decent shape.
yeah, well, sort of. So this
Nice
one,
the seat.
this one I got for free from a really close friend of mine. Their dad got this mower, stuck in traffic, paid $20 for it from a guy that was hauling it to scrap.
Oh wow.
And they rebuilt it and they mowed with it for probably, I bet, 20 years or something like that.
Wow.
And it then their dad died and they weren't living at home. Their mom needed a more reliable mower, so they got her a diesel Kubota. And so I got this for free, but unfortunately right now the I don't know if I have it. What's in this thing? The head on this, I got some bolts in there.
That's it.
It snapped actually it pulled it apart where it's bolted together, just ripped right apart.
Really? Like
Yeah.
rip the threads out?
So
That's kinda
they rebuilt it once years ago. I think at maybe 1719. I think that might have been when they rebuilt it, or maybe that was the first time I rebuilt it. So then I used it for a long time, and the oil dipper. These just have an oil dipper to lubricate. The oil dipper broke off, and then it seized up. I was able to clean it all up. I honed it and everything, but it was kind of a crappy hone job. It was like just slightly outside of, like a couple tenths out of tolerance for what it should be.
Too big, like diameter was too big.
Yeah, it was kind of ovaled out,
Yep,
and so I ran it for probably another, I don't know, 3-4 years like that, and then this past year, it just ripped apart.
Gotcha.
So now if I want to do it, I probably got to go 30 thou over.
Yep.
I took some quick measurements on it, but
Still have a hot rod mower then, though.
something like that. But it is hydrostatic, which is nice. And then just a bunch more crap in here. That's, the old lawn boy. This thing.
Oh, there you go.
This thing is like as reliable as gravity right there.
Another little tiller?
And yeah, this is just a little hand tiller. This is a David Bradley, actually. Got this thing off Facebook Marketplace or something or another. This was a David Bradley. It used to, about as fast as you could put oil in it, it was dumping oil out. So I pulled it all apart and
Rebuilt. Do you own anything?
gaskets in it and everything.
Do you own anything newer than like 1990 and you haven't rebuilt 4 times?
My wife's car.
Oh my god.
That's about it.
That's about it. Got some ducks.
My Daly's a 03. But,
I know. Might as well be and then from the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, the original model was 99.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's about it.
All right.
For
We'll
the
wrap
most
it up
part.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up looking at Evan's junk collection. A lot of cool stuff. I think as a car guy and just equipment guy, you can appreciate all the different things he's got. So anyways, as always, thanks for watching. God bless America, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.